Within 25 years England will not have enough water to meet demand, the head of the Environment Agency is warning. He wants to see wasting water become as socially unacceptable as blowing smoke in the face of a baby.
Here's a summary of the article.
PA Within 25 years England will not have enough water to meet demand, the head of the Environment Agency is warning. He told his audience that, in around 20 to 25 years, England would reach the jaws of death, the point at which, unless we take action to change things, we will not have enough water to supply our needs. Infrastructure developments like giant pipes transferring water to the southeast will be years in the planning. In the last 2 years we've changed behavior on plastic. We need water wastage to be as socially unacceptable as blowing smoke in the face of a baby or throwing your plastic bags into the sea. Water transfers between regions, from areas of water surplus to areas of deficit. New reservoirs to be built to hold water for use in times of severe water stress. The Environment Agency has previously warned of water shortages by 2050, and the government has already suggested that people's water use should be reduced, in its 25-year plan published last year.
This post received a score of 11,000, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
If England is suffering in 25 years, I shudder to imagine what other countries in hotter climates face going forward.
Death. Literally. Death of entire countries. Habitable areas will decrease in size until they can't sustain the population. Mass migration for those who can afford it, death to the rest.
Extending this to frame it in a way that will alarm places that won't have a water crisis, refugees. A refugee crisis unlike anything we've ever seen before.
I live in Canada, and am very concerned about when the inevitable world water shortage happens. Right now we are selling all of our water to Nestle for cents per millions of liters. No joke. On a side note, can anyone out there explain to me the problems other than cost involved in purifying ocean water and why that isn't a feasible solution to water shortage? Edit. Your responses in this subject have been eye-opening and well received. Thank you all.
Other than cost involved in purifying ocean water and why that isn't a readable solution to water shortage. It really is just cost. It takes energy to separate the salt from the water, and that increases the cost of water tremendously. You would need a functioning benevolent government and ruling class, willing to invest money now and going into the future to keep water cheap enough for the poorest in your society. You can see how rare that type of government is in the parts of the world that need it.
I think it's basically just Middle Eastern, Northern African countries that do it, since they've got oceanfront property but limited freshwater. You can tell how much energy it costs because they've done research into the feasibility of towing icebergs to get freshwater. The answer is that it's not realistic at all, but the fact that someone would ask in the first place highlights how difficult desalination is.
There are 2 in California. One works, the other doesn't yet.
Makes sense. California has a similar climate, coastline, and has water shortages.
The ones in CA will still only provide a fraction of the water needs of any major city in the state, not even mentioning the agricultural needs. I believe the one under construction will be the largest desalination plant in the world.
Also needs usually go agriculture to industry to household, entertainment. So you gotta cover the industry side too, not just household consumption.
If everybody would get off their high horse about greywater recapture and filtration, we wouldn't waste so much in the first place.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.